Hey, it's Greg, and I wanted to answer a question, actually not just one question, but several emails that I've been getting in asking me, why am I looking to sell homes in as-is condition? I thought you renovated and resold homes. And I do. But I am looking to sell homes in as-is condition at the beginning of the process, and I'll tell you why. The big reason is because of deed seasoning. Deed seasoning is a lender requirement of an end buyer that basically requires the title to be held for at least 91 days until it can be resold. So you can't even go under contract until the 91st day. I've got the rehabbing process down to pretty much a science. I can get it done in about 30 days. And then I look to resell it on the market. I have it on the market for, let's say, 30 days, get it under contract. But actually I can't sign a contract until another 31 days. So I had to explain this to the buyer. It makes them nervous. It makes the buyer's agent a little nervous. And then we had to basically rewrite the paperwork at the 91st day. And then that's when the appraisal process starts. So we're usually closing about 2 weeks after that. But that was basically 30 days or 45 days that was just wasted for me. So what I want to do is kind of move that to the beginning of the process and offer the houses in as-is condition. I'll usually do a little bit of cleanup beforehand, so it's a kind of a palatable house when you see it or your client sees it. But it gives them an opportunity to purchase it at a very discounted price. I'm not making as much profit when I'm doing it this way, but there's a couple of big advantages for me. Less hassle involved, obviously. Typically the buyers that are coming in and buying them in as-is condition, you can still come in with a loan that has deed seasoning, but I might require, let's say, a non-refundable deposit after the home inspection period is done. So that way I know you're going to be hanging around for those 91 days until we can rewrite the contract. But typically the buyers that are coming in and buying them in as-is condition, they're going to be buyers that are going to be sticking around and happy to be able to do to wait around. I might even work out a lease purchase or maybe some type of an installment sale or something as well to be able to allow you to start some work on it if you want to do that. If your client or you wants me to do just a little bit of work to it, I would do that as well. But I'm not going to do major renovations and sell it as is. But if there's some cleanup or something they want rolled into the loan, I might be able to work that in as well. So I'm trying to just make it a good win-win situation where I know I've got a good buyer that's happy to purchase it in as-is condition, knows they're getting a good deal, and work out something that way so I can just kind of avoid the hassle of redoing the house and then putting on the market and dealing with these buyers that come in and go, well, I don't understand why I have to wait another 30 days before we can rewrite the contract. I was hoping to close a little bit earlier, stuff like that. Just I'd like to try to give an opportunity to push that forward and still make some profit. Hopefully that makes sense to you. I'll give you an example of a house that I recently did that we purchased for $86,000. I put about maybe a little over $2,000 worth of work into it, and I resold it to someone with an agent for $105,000. I probably made maybe $15,000 or so off that house. Now, if I would have renovated and resold it, I probably would have had to put in about, I'm guessing, about $15,000, $20,000 worth of work, and I would have made about maybe $20,000 to $25,000 worth of profit because things in there were selling for $140,000 and up. But it made, again, for a good win-win situation because the buyer coming in got a great deal and they were happy as can be. And I don't have to worry about redoing the house, and I know that buyer is going to stick around because they gave me a non-refundable amount. Not that I'm requiring that every time, but in this type of scenario I did. So again, hopefully I look forward to working with you in the future, and hopefully this makes sense to you. If you have any questions or anything on how it would work, feel free to email me. I hope that I'm very easy to deal with. I've got plenty of recommendation letters to show that's the case, and I do look forward to working with you. Take care.